Hey y'all, it's Stacy with SouthernBite.com. We're in the kitchen today putting a twist on something I know you've heard of and probably have had too, Pickle de Gallo. Now I'm a big pickle fan, so I decided to give Pickle de Gallo a pickle makeover. Let me show you how we do this. To start, I've got a jar of refrigerated pickles. Now, I like to use the refrigerated pickles because I think they're a little crispier, they have a little more crunch to them, but you could use whatever pickle that you have. Even if you have homemade pickles, they'll work perfectly. Now this is a step that I do that's just personal preference. I like to cut the seed section out. It's a super simple step that just kind of gives you just the pickle without some of those seeds. But again, it's totally an optional step. We're just dicing these. The important thing about this recipe and Pickle de Gallo in general is you want things to be of a similar size. So it takes a little time to get everything chopped, but I promise it's totally worth all the effort. So I'm just gonna put these pickles right in a large bowl here. In total, I've got about 2 cups of chopped pickles. To this, I'm going to add 1 red bell pepper that's seeded and chopped. A red bell pepper is going to be sweeter than a green bell pepper, and that sweetness is really good in this. A half of a yellow onion. I like to use yellow onions because they have a little bite, but you could use a sweet onion like a Vidalia. You could also use a red onion if you like. If you don't like the sharp flavors that onions give you, you can always chop them and soak them in a little ice water for a little while, and that'll help tame that flavor just a little bit. I've also got a tomato here that I've seeded and chopped. Again, that's a personal preference thing with the seeding. A lot of people say the flavor is in that, I hate to use this word, but that's the only word to describe it, the gelatinous part of the tomato. So if you want to leave that in there, you can do that too. I've got 1 jalapeno that I have seeded and removed the membranes. The majority of the heat in a jalapeno is in those seeds and membranes. So when we cut it out and discard that, it tames the heat just a little bit. I'm also going to add a clove of garlic that we've minced up. Just stir this together. I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of the pickle brine that comes right out of the jar. I'm going to add a pinch of salt. Stir this together and that's it. This is a dish that's a twist. You know, it's something that's fun and different. If you've got extra pickles hanging out in the back of the fridge, it's a great way to use them. It's great on chips. It's great on grilled chicken. You know, there's so many opportunities with this. It's just your opportunity to be creative. So you can find this recipe and tons more on my website at SouthernBite.com. Just look for the Simply Southern TV tab right at the top. Y'all enjoy.